Afternoon, guys. Okay, this is my review of this knife. My good friend Scab over at Choir Boys Outdoors, and if you like knives, you should be following Choir Boys Outdoors. Scab sent me a knife to review. Now, this knife is made by Worktoughgear, and it's designed by Joe Flowers. Now, those of you that might recognize that name, Joe Flowers, he's a really good guy, and he's got a lot of experience outdoors, especially in jungle environments. He goes down to like the Amazon, he goes down like Panama, he goes down like in the real jungles and the deep Americas down yonder. And so he's got a lot of experience. And so he came up with this knife. And I was interested in it and wanted to take a look at it. How does it pertain to us in bushcraft? Well, first off, let's talk about the knife. Now, the name of the knife. I will put in the comments down there in the description box the actual name of this knife. I don't want to mispronounce it. But it's made by Worktoughgear, which is a Taiwan company. And the knife is AEB-L that's been cryo-treated. Now, those that have followed my channel for a while know how much I like AEB-L. It is a fantastic steel for a knife, and it's just now starting to become a knife you see in makers utilizing. My good friend William Collins made my Blackbird out of AEB-L like 5-6 years ago, and I can honestly say it's my favorite field knife steel, bar none. And God knows I used a 01 for many, many years. So, let me show you this up close. Okay, it's a Puko-like design that's been blended with a Tanto-like design. It's got a good thick spine on it, one piece. The grips are of a composite sometimes that feel like rubber. It's not soft, but it doesn't, rub a blister when you're using it, but it's got a good feel to it. Even when your hands are wet, you got a good grip on it. Got a little bit of a swell right there so you can tell your fingers are sliding forward. And this notch in the blade is not just decorative. It's actually like inset into it so you can put your finger to get a good purchase. And as you can see, when you choke up on this thing like that, it's a perfect extension of your finger to use for fine filleting and stuff like that. It also stays well in the hand. It doesn't rub any hot spots. And if you look at that edge, it's a continuous curve all the way. So therefore, it's a really good slicer. So, what are my thoughts on it? Well, I have done several tri-sticks with it now. Doing like this and taking your thumb and pushing up, it does a very good detailed job. Really good. Come back to this part toward the hilt of the blade, and you can bear down and hog off green wood really easy. It holds an edge extremely well, and as you can see, it slices in very well. Now, when I contacted Joe and I asked him what was his thoughts with this, he said, I wanted something that would function as like a fillet knife in the field, to be able to something that, and this with that continuous curve, I'm here to tell you, is really good for slicing meat, especially when you're trying to like fillet a fish. You can put your fingertip there and guide that blade very precisely, or when you're deboning a snake, or when you're filleting iguana, or something like that, which are food sources you see down there in Central and South America, and are now becoming kind of known here in America down in Florida. I know Dave Canterbury leads an expedition down into Florida where they go down and hunt iguana for food. You take air rifles and go down there and shoot them. That'd be a good knife for cleaning them right there. I have cleaned a couple of fish with it. It did a really good job, catfish. And I filleted with it, and it did a really good job. Now, as a bushcraft knife, like I said, you come back toward the hilt right here, and that from the center point, because right there is the highest point of the curve. From there back, it's actually sliding back. So whenever you push straight away from you, it digs in and slices really well. No problem. And so it's almost effortless to cut green wood with it and make any kind of shape or whatever you want to. And I've made 4 tri-sticks with this so far. You choke up on it and go just to that tip, and you can do fine work for detail carving and stuff like that. So think of it kind of like a sloyd knife you hear about in Europe, a big sloyd knife. It would be used for wood carving, bushcraft, that type of stuff. Now, stepping out of the woods for a minute, as an EDC knife, that tanto-like idea, we're familiar with the squared off point of a tanto, but that wasn't the only kind of tantos. They had a sharp point like that tanto. And for a EDC, you know, for the urban jungles, perfect for opening boxes, stuff like that, and in every V type things, this would be outstanding for that. So I would think of it kind of like a hybrid of, it's a knife that serves well in the urban jungle and would serve very well in the actual jungle. Now, as far as a bushcraft knife, it does have a 90-degree spine on it. And it does shave up, you know, fat wood and stuff like that well. So he did really good. I like that insert, that I won't say it's a fuller, but I know I'm wrong, that's put into it. It narrows up here at the top, and you can put your finger and push up, and you feel it kind of grip your finger, and it makes for a very strong place. I could put like that, and I cleanly was doing fillets. It gave me a lot of control with that blade like that by doing that, because by pushing into it, it kind of anchored it to the tip of my finger. It didn't want to slide sideways. It actually gave me a good purchase. For that, it was really good. Also, you can choke up all the way on it like the tip, and your fingers go in to that and give you ultra fine control. One piece of steel. Now, I know what you're going to ask. AEBL, Blackie, has it compare? Well, I will give you my honest statement. I have had this knife over a month now. I have used it multiple times every day for something, from cutting cardboard because the wife needed a box reduced, to cutting up steak. We was at a steakhouse one night, and the knife they gave me was ridiculously dull, and I pulled this out because I was carrying it on my side and went to cutting up steak with it. I have cut up chickens. I have filleted fish. I have done some other things with this, and it has always performed beautifully, and I have not had to sharpen it once in all the woodworking I've done. You see how, like right there, it'll just slices it off like it's nothing. That's AEBL. Now, I will not say that he's got the same heat treat as my good friend William, but I'll say it's a very good knife. And I am really surprised and delighted that he got AEBL to hold an edge this well, because AEBL is a razor blade steel. And when you scale it up from such a thin little thing up to a full-size knife, that's a challenge, because what it says in the book for the heat treat is completely wrong. And what William came up with, that's a national secret that I'll never share. But I can tell you that this knife holds an edge extremely well. And after a month of me using it as a daily thing, prepping and everything else, what would be the equivalent of like a 1-week camp using it, I have not once had to sharpen it or even touch it up to hone it. And it will, right now, shave. So, I don't know the price. I don't know hardly anything about this knife other than Joe Flowers designed it. It comes with a very nice Kydex sheath. I like that it has super good retention. It's got a big belt slot there and multiple anchor points. I put that on there because I wear a necklace I could clip to it to wear it like a neck knife in this field trial. And it's got a nice large finger swell so you push off of it. I've been just putting it in my belt and hooking it so it wouldn't come out diagonally and bringing it out. So, Worktoughgear, this is the first one I've ever tried of their knives that I can remember. And for this AEBL cryoed, you did a great job. for Joe for the design of a field knife that's going to be something that can be in the urban jungle and be in the actual woods and jungle. Yes, this works as a general purpose knife that does a really good job as a fillet knife of small game, small food processing, stuff like that. And a lot of people like a smaller knife. They don't like a big knife. So this might be a good choice for them. That's just my opinion on it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like to leave a comment, I'd appreciate it. Tell me your thoughts on it down there in the comments. And if you haven't been over and you never heard of Joe Flowers, go check him out on Facebook, and I'm sure he's got a YouTube channel. I don't recall it off the top of my head, but I'm sure he has one. And also go over and check out Scab at Choir Boys Outdoors. If you like knives, you need to be watching Scab's channel. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.